It's officially fall season, but here in California, we don't get a lot of hues, a lot of colors, yellow, pink, orange. But I am in Mammoth Lake. It is also in California, 5 hours drive from where we live, and it's literally snowing outside the window. As I sit here and enjoy this time, I thought of some of the books that are perfect for fall, especially when you only want to curl up with a nice cup of coffee or hot chocolate and just curl up in your bed, read at ends. Also make the best of the upcoming holiday season that is going to just arrive. I'm really sure a lot of you guys have had a really busy year. I like to slow down this time of the year deliberately. I really try to do that consciously so that I can make the best of next year, reset myself, and just not feel burnt out all year round again, which all of us do. But reading books and reading all cozy books and romanticizing reading is one of the things that you can do to really reset your mental health and also enjoy reading, enjoy the season. And seasonal reading is one of the most favorite things that I did this year. So here are 5 books that you can read this fall that are going to make your experience all cozy, and what do you know, you're gonna have a really nice book to read at the end of it all. Let's get into it. Today I'm sharing some books that are perfect for fall. Some of them are dark, twisty, some of them are perfect thrillers around this time, and some are just old classics that has been going around for such a long time, but maybe you haven't picked them yet and this is your time to finally do that. So grab your cup of coffee, grab your cup of tea, grab your cup of hot cocoa, because this is the season to have hot chocolate. I'm crazy about hot chocolate, or maybe some mulled wine, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that very soon. But if you can do that, and hold your horses. We're gonna get into the list now. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Pooja at A Book by the Window. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are reading good. Book number 1 in the list is, we are starting off very strong, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. If you want a dark, twisty, psychological thriller for those perfect autumn nights, this is going to be the perfect book for you. I read it in a few sittings, but I was really surprised how tight it was, how gripping it was, and it completely blew away my mind. The story is about a couple, Alicia Bernenson. I am sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. She is a really famous artist. She's a really famous, passionate painter who is married to a photographer. On the surface, everything looks perfect. Their marriage is perfect. They seem to be really happy. Then one night, she shot him in the face 5 times and then literally stopped speaking. She's taken into custody. The police and the detective are investigating, and they are trying to get to the bottom of it. Why did she do it? But she's not opening up her mouth. It is like everything in her body shut down and she's just like a mold of a person. Then comes a detective who is gonna unwind this story, who is gonna get to the bottom of it all, and who is the culprit, who is the victim, we're gonna find out in this book. It is very gripping. It is spoken from the perspective of what the detective thinks is going on in Alicia's mind, the main culprit, and you never see Alicia, the main protagonist, speak, but you are left to infer from a third person's viewpoint, which I really liked in the writing. So if you're looking for something like this is going to be perfect. And if you are a lover of thrillers like me and you feel this is the perfect time to spend some time being naughty in your house and reading all of these psychological thrillers and filling up your head with all these true crime stories, then this is going to be your cup of cake. Book number 2 in the list is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. This is a lockdown mystery set in, yes, you guessed it right, Paris. If you want that moody, atmospheric fall vibes but on cobbled streets, old Parisian apartments, and secret around every corner, this is the perfect pick for you. The story follows Jess, who is broke and desperate, and she decides to crash out at her half-brother Ben's apartment for a little bit. But when she arrives there, Ben is not there, he's missing. And all the neighbors in that fancy apartment building are acting super weird and super shady, you know. As Jess starts to investigate, she discovers that all of these neighbors in the building have something to hide, and maybe it is a possibility that her brother would have stumbled into something dangerous. What I personally liked about the book was the atmosphere. The building itself felt like it is a character. It is one of those beautiful Parisian buildings, apartments with a big courtyard, but it is also very secretive and dark and claustrophobic for some people who are not used to having secrets. And it's all the things that you want to read: an atmosphere, description of Paris around fall, and also a secret that is holding inside that apartment building. Also, the story is really fast paced. The thrills just keep coming, and in the end, Lucy Foley throws you in a curveball all over again. This is perfect for thriller lovers, all those people who want to read about European fall, Parisian aesthetics, fans of locked room mystery, or if you love The Guest List by the same author. It's around 350 pages and super bingeable. Book number 3 in the list is The Seven Husbands by Evelyn Hugo. It is a very popular book. I'm pretty sure you would have heard about this book by now. It has been a bestseller for so many years, but I wanted to make it a part of this list because I feel it is a different genre, YA, young adult, but still something that is very engaging. Why I am putting this book on the list is also because this is the book which I will recommend if you're someone who want to feel things. And let me be honest, this book, it destroyed me in the best possible ways. The story is about Evelyn Hugo, the very famous old Hollywood actress who has been popular all throughout, but up until now she has been really private. And she's now 70, and for decades no one knows about her private life. Out of the blue, out of character, she chooses this magazine reporter Monique to write her biography, to finally unveil the truth of her personal life, her marriage, and especially her 7 husbands. The whole book is about Evelyn telling her life story to Monique, and it is actually very gripping. What makes it perfect for fall is its very reflective, nostalgic vibe. You are reading about old Hollywood glamour, but it is also about identity, ambition, love, and sacrifice. Evelyn's life spanned decades, and you see her navigating through fame and her own sexuality and what it means to protect yourself in an industry that is hell bound in consuming you. Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing is also so immersive. You feel like she's sitting with you with a glass of wine and telling you the story herself. I really don't want to spoil a lot of things because the reveal was so good, but this is one of those books that have a really poignant ending where you are left to sit with it and ponder over it, what just happened. And also the twist in the end, why Evelyn chose Monique, is also very phenomenal. I finished it and I immediately wanted to reread it after knowing what I know. If you want to read a book about complex characters, messy relationships, and a story that will stay with you long after you are done reading it, read this book. Grab some tissues while you are at it, but also grab your blanket because you will need to be cozy for this one. Okay, book number 4 is controversial maybe, but it is one of my favorite classics to read. I don't read a lot of classics, but this one is really good, and I think it will make the perfect fall classic book if you want to pick it up. The book that I'm talking about is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Yes, that very popular classic. It is from 1818, but if there is any better time to read it, it is in fall, especially in October. I personally feel it is so gothic. It is the perfect novel to read, perfect classic to read in the fall. First off, can we talk about the fact that Mary Shelley wrote this book at the age of 18? That is very young. At 18, I did not know what life choices I am making, but kudos to Mary Shelley for coming up with this masterpiece that is going to haunt us for years, for decades to come. And this book is an incredible exploration of what it means to explore your own creativity, your identity, and what it means to be torn up between the two as a human. This is a story that everyone knows. The scientist Victor Frankenstein creates a creature, and then that is when everything goes wrong. But what people don't know is how deeply emotional and philosophical this book is. On the surface, it is a sci-fi, but I feel it is just an exploration of all the human emotions that we don't know how to get out. But if we were machines, we would still act the way as we do as humans. This is example, or this is a story woven around that important aspect of our lives as humans. The creature in this book which has no name, is no mindless monster. He is articulate, he is intelligent, he is desperate for connection and love, and society rejects him purely because of the way how he looks. Some of the most heartbreaking passages in the history of literature are about this monster, this creature, describing how lonely he is and how he longs for love, and no one accepts him for the way he looks, for the way he is. Meanwhile, the creator, Victor, is so self-absorbed and so narcissistic that he creates this creature out of his whim, to prove something to himself, and then he completely abandons it. Then the book asks, who is the real monster here? Why this book is perfect for fall? Because the atmosphere is really incredible in the book. It is goth, it is dark. You have got the gothic horror, the stormy nights, really secretive scientific laboratories, the Swiss Alps, the Arctic. It is very moody. The perfect book to read when it is cold and gloomy outside. Plus, it is the classic, it is the OG playing God story that inspired so many classic novels and movies after it. We all have watched the Frankenstein movie, Frankenstein cartoon, and there are so many books inspired from it. You have to read it. If you have already put off reading this book for so long, let me tell you this. It is extremely fast-paced, and it is very small book as well, packed with the story that it wants to tell, and especially for a book that is 200 years old. Book number 5 is not a book, it is the Harry Potter series. I don't need to add it to the list. I think it is self-explanatory, but if you have not read any Harry Potter books, if you're not familiar with it, to the uninitiated, I am pretty sure everyone has, but this is a story about Hogwarts and Harry, the boy who was chosen, and it is the perfect fantasy novel to read right now. I like to watch a lot of Harry Potter movies around this time, because what better time to rewatch some of these favorite movies than in fall, because I like to draw the curtain in and have some popcorn and some hot chocolate, and it is so perfect. The atmosphere is so perfect in my apartment when I make it like that. I have the fairy lights on, and then I see all of these castle and this magical world somewhere out there, where there are 3 kids navigating their childhood as they learn to become a wizard in this world. All of us know that these books scream for the Hogwarts Express leaving King's Cross station. It is around the time when I start missing London all the more, because I was right there, and I would often feel drawn into the fantasy whenever I would walk around and look at these pretty places, but now I'm not there. All I can do is reread these books, rewatch the movies. My personal favorite from the series is The Half-Blood Prince. If you are someone who has not picked up Harry Potter books, let me tell you, you can start with the first one, and it is gonna be really, really amazingly drawing to you. And it is also very simple to read. The first few books are really kids books, and they are very simple to read. They might look thick, but they are not very, very complex. As you go along the series, then you discover that the stories start getting complex, and it is a bit more difficult to read, but by then you would have gained some momentum from the first few books, and what do you know it, you would have finished the series. Maybe you will finish the whole series this October or in November. Who is to say? But do pick up these books. I would also like to add one honorable mention to the list, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This almost made it to the list, but I just want to quickly talk about it. If you like dark academia, morally great characters, and New England vibes, also woven around a story of a slow literary thriller, this is essential for reading. The story is about a group of classical students in Vermont college who murders one of their friends. You really literally find that on page 1. The rest of the book is about finding out how and why they got there. It is atmospheric, it is intelligent, it is unsettling. It's literally the blueprint for the entire dark academia aesthetic. And that is it. There you have it, a very cozy list of cozy books that you can read this fall. As I speak, there is snow outside my window again. And talking about these books, recommending these books, remembering these books again already made me happy. I have had a really stressful week, but talking about books always make me happy, and talking to you people also always make me happy. I'm so happy I came out of my house and did all of these fall activities. I'm looking at the first snow shower in California. Where I live, you don't get snow, but I am happy to be able to drive down here and look at the snow and do some reading. Currently, I'm reading Manav Kaul's Shirt Ka Teesra Button. I brought it here, Do let me know what you guys are reading, and I also want to know from you if there are some books from the list you have already tackled, already read, already loved, or if there are books from the list that you have been thinking of reading. I'm all ears. Do let me know in the comment section below. I always love a good recommendation, and that is about it. I am talking very quickly because it's time for me to go out, and you guys also go out in the world and experience beautiful things. Just don't be in your books all the time. Also go out in the world and experience nice things. Read good books, but also look at the real world. If you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends and family, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I make book related videos here, book recommendation, book vlogs, real talk about books, and what are my honest feelings about being a reader ever since I was a kid. I'm pretty sure you would have liked this video, and I do hope this fall season brings a lot of positivity in your life, a lot of good energy in your life. With that out of the way, I will take a leave for today. I will see you guys next time. Until then, happy reading.